So what I have on my schedule today, since it's the last one before Passover, is to go over Echad Mi Yodea, which is one of the last songs in the Haggadah, and talking about counting the Omer and things like that. And I have a fun resource I'll send you for this too. So, all right, so let's do the Echad Mi Yodea. Let me pull it up.
Did you send that to us? Was that one of those pages? I don't think so.
No? Okay, well then I'll send it after this class. So let me share my screen and you'll see it. Oh,
Unless it's,
wait.
no, it wouldn't be page 11. That's too early. If it's at
No,
the end,
it's
right?
in the back.
Hello, sandwich.
All right, let me share my screen.
Maybe for something.
This. Do you remember getting this?
No, I don't have it.
Okay, so I will send it after class. So this song, so first of all, who knows this song? Yes, no, familiar with it? Okay. So this song basically counts up from 1 to 13.
Diana made that cake yesterday. It's good.
And talks about how talks about the different things that are important to us, right, as Jews. Really doesn't have anything to do with Pesach necessarily, but so I wish I had the translation also, but I didn't. So it basically says, who knows one? I know one.
Oh,
One is God, right? One is God. Knows two, I know two, right? And it goes on and on and on to 13. So, and there's quite a number of tunes to this, both Hebrew and English. And in my Seder, we do it in Hebrew and then we do it in English because they like it so much. And it's usually about 10 p.m. and we're usually giddy with 4 cups of wine and are having so much fun. So, okay. So let me make this a little bit bigger. Oops, that's too big. There we go. And I'll read the line and then I'll call on somebody to read the line. Now remember, when we're counting it, right? We count up, but then we said, you know, when we say who knows two, I know two. 2 are the tablets and one is God, right? Then you say 3, what's 3? And you're going to say 3 are the fathers, 2 are the tablets, and then 1 is God. So a lot of this is going to repeat. So as we go on, it might look like you've got a lot to read, but you're reading what somebody else just read. So, but it's your first time reading it. So it's going to get a little, and I'll help you. Okay. Echad mi yodea. Echad ani Yodea. Let's just do that part. Geraldine, do you want to read?
yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Echad mi Odea. No.
Yodea.
Yodea. Anad. Yeah. Anad. Ani.
Echad.
Echad. Ani. Yodea.
Perfect. The next is Echad Eloheinu Shebashamayim Uva'aretz. All right. And you want to take that part of the sentence?
Sure. Echad Eloheinu Shebashamayim Uva'aretz.
Yes. What that says is one is God who's up in the heavens and down here on earth. Okay, now we're going to go to number 2, which is line 3. Shnayim mi yodea. Shnayim ani yodea. Judy, you want to do that?
Shanaim ni yodea, Shanaim ani yodea.
Perfect. Next is Shnei Luchot Habrit. And then back to Echad Eloheinu Shebashamayim Uva'aretz. Jamie, you want to take that?
Am I unmuted? Okay.
Yes.
Shanae Lechot. Harit,
Habrit.
Habarit. Not Habrit, Habarit.
Habrit.
Habrit. Echad Eloheinu Shebashamayim Uva'aretz.
Perfect. Right, I'm gonna scroll a little bit. Shlosha mi Yodea. Shlosha ani Yodea. So are you recognizing that it's just that first word that's changing? Because we're changing the number. It was echad, second one's shnayim, the third one shalosh or shlosha. Okay. Geraldine, pick one up.
Yes. Shlosha, me, Odea,
Yodea.
I'm sorry, Yodea,
Okay.
Shlosha, Ani, Yodea.
Perfect. Shlosha avot. I'm going to keep on you, Geraldine. Go ahead. Shlosha avot.
Okay, Sholsha,
Shlosha. So
Shlosha.
here's one of these things that's like one of the things that you see rarely in Hebrew, when the dot on top of the shin also acts as the vowel of the o, right? So this is one of those. So that's why it's hard to see. So it's shlosha.
Shlosha, abot,
Avot. Yep.
avot.
All right, I'm going to read the rest. Shnei luchot habrit. Now you do that.
Shanei lachot, habanit, no,
Habrit.
habarit,
Yep.
no, habrit,
Echad Eloheinu shebashamayim uva'aretz.
abat, no, achat,
Uh-huh.
Eloheinu, shamalim, mayim, Aretz.
Okay.
Aretz. Sorry.
Perfect. All right, Anne, I'm going to call on you for this whole paragraph. Arba mi yodea. Arba ani yodea.
Arba mi Yodea. Arba ani Yodea.
Okay. Arba imahot.
Arba imahot.
Shlosha avot.
Shlosha avot.
Shnei luchot habrit.
Shnei luchot habrit.
Echad Eloheinu shebashamayim uva'aretz.
Echad Eloheinu shebashamayim uv aretz.
Perfect.
Haaretz. Yeah.
Uva Aretz. Yep.
Uva
All right,
Haaretz.
I'm gonna scroll down.
Sorry, this is Judith. Can I just ask
Hi.
a question about line 10,
Yeah.
word 3? Can you just read the third word again? Line 10.
Shlosha.
Where's the O sound coming from?
Right. So this is one of the exceptions here, like the rule that you see pretty rarely, where the shin, the dot of the shin acts as double duty. It's also O and it's also the dot of the shin.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, no worries. Okay. Next, Judy, this is your paragraph. Hamisha mi yodea, Hamisha ani yodea.
Hamisha mi Yodea. Hamisha ani Yodea.
Perfect. Hamisha humshe Torah.
Amishe Moshe Moshe no
Humshe.
Humshe Torah.
Arba imahot.
Arba imahot
Shlosha avot.
Shelosha avot
Shnei luchot habrit.
Shelo Sheni Lehot Aborit Rot Aborat
Habrit.
Abrit Achad
Echad.
Eloheinu Shabbat Shemayim Uv Uvarich
Uva aretz.
Uvar Aretz.
Right. So let's go over a little bit. So when we get to Chamisha is 5. Chamisha Chumshei Torah, 5 books of the Torah. And if you look, when we say Chumshei Torah, it's the same root word as Chamisha, right? You see how you have Chet Mem Shin, and you have here Chet Mem Shin. So that's why we call it a Chumash, because it's 5 books, and the root word, it comes from the word 5. Arba imahot is 4 mothers. Shlosha avot, 3 fathers. Shnei luchot habrit, 2 of the tablets. Now the tablets, luchot are tablets. Habrit is the covenant. Right. So when Moses brought these tablets down, he kind of gave them to us in a covenant. And so, you know, we're all having trouble with that word brit. Hopefully that'll remind you that it's the covenant like a bris, brit. Echad Eloheinu, God, one God. Shabashamayim uva aretz, that's in the heaven, and aretz means earth, like we say borei pri haaretz when we eat a vegetable, that sort of thing. Okay, Jamie, this is your paragraph. Okay, we're now on to 6. Shisha mi yodea, shisha ani yodea.
Isha mi yodea. Shisha ani yodea.
Perfect. Shisha sidrei mishnah.
Shisha sidrei mishnah.
Hamisha humshe Torah.
Hamisha hum she Torah.
Arba imahot.
Arma imahot.
Shlosha avot.
Shlosha avot.
Shnei luchot habrit.
Shnei lechot. Habrit.
Echad Eloheinu shebashamayim uva aretz.
Echad Eloheinu shabashamayim uva aretz.
Perfect. All right. And so the 6 stands for 6 volumes of Mishnah. Now we get to 7. 7 are the days of the week, right? So we're going back up to Geraldine. Shiv'a mi yodea. Shiv'a ani yodea.
Shema mi yodea. Shema, excuse me. Shema yeah, Shema adea. No, yeah, ani adea.
Yodea.
Yodea.
Good. Shiv'a yemei shabbata.
Shimei. I lost my place. Just okay. Shimea.
Nope. Shiv'a.
Shiha. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Shiha. Yodea.
Yemei.
Yemei.
You see my
Yemei.
cursor here? I'm trying to move
Yeah,
it a lot. Okay.
Yemei. Shabaya. Shabachai. Shabachai. No, Shabacha.
This is you can't see, it's hard to see the tail, but that's a tough. So Shabbata.
Shabata.
Perfect. Shisha, Sidrei, Mishnah.
Shesha. Midrei. Mishnah. No, that's not right. Shisha. Sedare. Mishnah.
Seed Ray.
Seed ray. They
Yep.
go together. Okay, seed
Perfect. Hamisha, Humshay, Torah.
Hamishay. Hamishay. Haumshay. Torah.
Okay. Arba, Imahot.
Imahot. Shabbat. No, I've lost my place. I'm looking for. Okay,
Can you
see
see my
yes, I can.
mouse?
Huh?
Okay.
Okay. Arba. Imahot.
Perfect. Shlosha, Avot.
Shosla. Evot.
Shnei, Luchot, Habrit.
Shino. Lechot. Hebrit.
Echad, Eloheinu, Sheba Shamayim, Uva Aretz.
Achat. Elohim.
Eloheinu,
Eloheinu. Shaba Shamayim. Uv Aretz.
perfect. All right, we're gonna skip to Judith. I didn't realize she's outside, so she didn't have her picture on, but she does want to read. So we're gonna skip to her. So Anne's gonna breathe a little sigh of relief. I know this makes you very nervous, Anne. Okay. So, all right, Judith. Shmona mi yodea. Shmona ani yodea.
Okay, and I apologize for the street noises in advance. So Shemona mi yodea. Shmona ni yodea. Shmona. Oh, sorry, God.
That's
All
okay.
right,
I
can
was
I
going to do it
continue?
first,
Okay.
but if you want to do it
Yeah.
first, that's fine.
I can
Go ahead.
try. Yeah,
ahead.
Shmona yamei Is that correct? Yame,
Yes.
Mila,
Perfect.
Mila.
Yes.
Shivsa,
Shiva.
Shiva, Yame, Shabahat, Shabahat,
Shabbata.
Shabata, Shisha. Is that correct?
You know what? My phone
Okay.
rang and I'm gonna have my
Oh,
earphones in. I'm gonna have to have
okay.
you do it again. I
No
was
worries.
trying to get
No
it off.
worries.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yes. So Shabata, Shisha, Seed Ray, Mishnah,
Perfect.
Hamisha, Humshe, Torah,
Perfect.
Arba, Ibahot, Shlosha, sorry, Avot,
Good.
Shane, Lehot, Habrit,
Uh-huh.
Ahad, Eloheinu, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shamayim, Uvra,
Uva aretz.
Uva Aretz.
Perfect. And this is 8, and 8 are the days before a bris. Okay. That's what Yemei Mila are, before a bris. Okay. I'm going to scroll again. So now we're on 9. 9 are the months before a baby. The 9 are the months of childbirth, right? Before a baby's born. So that's where we're at. Okay. Now, Anne, it's going to be you. And I think what we're going to do is this. We're going to do this line where Anne's going to do this line, and then everybody's going to unmute and we're going to do the whole thing together. We'll do it very slowly. Okay. Because everything's the same. Okay. And Tish'a mi yodea, Tish'a ani yodea. You're good.
Okay. Tisha mi yodea. Tisha ani yodea.
Tish'a yarche leda.
Tisha yarche. Is that a la? La
It's
da.
lay.
Oh, leda. Can see the dot. Okay.
Perfect. All right, everyone. Shemona Yemei Mila Shiv'a Yemei Shabbata
Ata,
Shisha Sidrei
Idre,
Mishnah
Shna, Hami,
Hamisha Humshe Torah Arba Imahot
Imahot, Shlo,
Shlosha Avot Shnei Luchot Habrit Echad Eloheinu Shebashamayim Uva'aretz. All right, Judy. Asara. The next thing is 10. And the 10 things are, what are the 10? Asara Dibraya is the 10 commandments. Yes, thanks. That's my husband in the background telling me exactly what it is. Asara Asara ni yodea. Asara ani yodea. Judy.
Asara ni yodea. Asara ani yodea.
Asara dibraya.
Asara divreya.
You got it. All right, everybody together. Tisha
Tisha.
Cha.
yarche
Yarche,
leda
Leda,
Shimona.
shmona
Mela,
yemei
May,
mila
Mila, Shiva,
shiva yemei
May,
shabata
Shabata, Shisha,
shisha sidre
Ray,
Dre,
mishnah
Ham,
hamisha
Hamisha,
umshay
May,
Umesh,
torah
Umesha, Torah,
arba
Arba,
imahot
Mahot, Shalom,
shlosha
Losha,
avot
Avot,
shnei luchot habrit
Abrit,
echad Eloheinu
Nu,
sheba shamayim uva-aretz.
Aretz.
Okay. We've got 11. 11 are the stars in Joseph's dream, right? So they are the stars. When Joseph is traveling and he stops to have his dream, he has dream, his dream of the ladders and all of that. There's 11 stars, 11 angels in that dream. Okay, so I think who are we up to? Oh, Judy left, Marcy came in. There we go. Okay.
Sorry, I tried
Jamie.
to get in for 15 minutes.
It's
I
okay.
couldn't get on.
Really?
Yeah. I kept trying over and over and over and over again.
Oh
That
my
was-
gosh.
It was my last try and I was giving up, but then it got in.
Oh boy. Okay. And Debbie was having a problem last week. Okay. So, all right, Jamie, it's your turn. Echad asar. And so let me show you again, like root words. This was asara. This was 10. Echad asar is 1 and 10, right? So kind of like Spanish or French, where you're adding 1 and 10. Echad asar, mi yodea. Echad asar, ani yodea.
Echad asar mi yodea asar. Echad asar ani yodea.
Perfect. Echad asar, koch va-ya.
Echad asar koch va-ya. Koch.
Perfect. Okay, now everybody together. Asara, dibraya,
Yeah,
tisha,
Shah,
yarche, leda, shmona, yemei, mila, shiva, yemei, shabata, shisha, sidre, mishnah, hamisha, humshay, Torah, arba, imahot,
Shalom,
shlosha, avot, shnei, luchot, habrit, Echad
Ad
Eloheinu
Eloheinu
Shebashamayim
Shamayim
Uva'aretz.
Va'aretz.
Can you do line 18 where it starts with the Saf? It's Ray.
Seed ray.
Oh, seed ray. Okay. Thank
Seed
you.
ray. And this is Shisha Sidrei Mishnah, is the 6 volumes of the Mishnah. But see how the word Sidrei resembles the word Sidur?
Mhm.
Because the Mishnah is a set of volumes, right? And so so the Sidur is a set of prayers. So it kind of has the same root word there. Okay. Last one. Oh no, 2 more. I lie. 2 more. Okay. Marcy, do you want to try and read, or are you still following along and figuring out where we're at?
No, I can try and read. I just wondering,
Okay.
what is this? Since I missed the beginning, what do we do with it?
This is the song Echad Mi Yodea at the end, where you have your counting. 1 is God, 2 are the books, 2 are the tablets, 3 are the fathers, 4 are the mothers, 5, where are we? 5 are the books of the Torah, 6 are the books of the Mishnah, 7 are the days of the week, 8 are the days before a bris, 9 are the months before the baby's born, 10 are the commandments, 11 are the stars in Joseph's dream, and 12 is the Shivtaya, the tribes.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Okay.
we're on the tribes. All right, so again, just like we said, Shnaim or Shnei, right? Here's Shneim Asar. Shneim Asar Mi Yodea. Shneim Asar Ani Yodea. Go ahead, Marcy.
Shneim Asar Mi Yodea. Shneim Asar Ani Yodea.
Perfect. Shneim Asar Shivtaya.
Shneim Asar Shivtaya.
Perfect. All right, everybody. Echad Asar Kochvaya. Asara Dibraya. Tisha Yarche Leda Shmona Yemei Mila Shiva Yemei Shabbata Shisha Sidrei Mishnah Hamisha Humshe Torah Arba Imahot Shlosha Avot Shnei Luchot Habrit Echad Eloheinu Sheba Shamayim Uva Aretz. All right, last one. All right, Geraldine, you're ready.
Oh, yeah.
Now this is, remember we said Shlosha Avot, right? So Shlosha Asar, 13.
Mhm. I'm trying to
And
get, I'm trying to move it up a little bit on my screen. It's
Oh,
okay.
I
I'm
can
moving
do that.
back and forth with my thing. Oh, thank you.
There we go. And Shlosha Asar Midaya are the attributes of God.
Okay.
Okay. Shlosha Asar Mi Yodea. Shlosha Asar Ani Yodea.
Shlosei. Oh, wait, my battery's down low. Wait just a second. Okay, let me sit out while I try to
Okay,
get
that's
this.
fine. Anne, you want to jump in?
Sorry, Ann.
No problem. Shlosha ya shar miyodea. Oh, okay. Asar miyodea shlosha asar ani yodea.
Shlosha asar midaya.
Shlosha asar midaya.
All right, everyone. Shneim
Asar,
asar shiv haya
Achad,
echad asar koch vaya asara dibraya tisha yarche leda
Shemona,
shmona yemei mila shiva yemei shabata shisha sidrei Mishnah, Chamisha, Chumshe, Torah, Arba, Imahot, Shlosha, Avot, Shnei, Luchot, Habrit, Echad, Eloheinu, Sheba Shamayim, Uva'aretz. Okay. So, does anyone do this song at their Seder in Hebrew and English?
Mm-mm.
No, nobody does. Okay.
Oh, we do.
So-
My husband does the Hebrew.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
What tune? I love to know. What tune does he use? We always have this argument at our Seder.
He says, excuse me. Echad miyodea, echad miyodea, da 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 da.
There you go. Perfect. So
We
that's,
do.
I think that's more Israeli. That's like what my father used to do.
We do a
So
different
that
tune.
one goes,
We do.
What do you do?
Echad miyodea, kind of like the other one. I don't know. I can't do it in Hebrew.
okay. So I'll tell you the two tunes that I know. One of them's a little faster, I'll just do the last one. Shlosha asar mi yodea, shlosha asar ani yodea, shlosha asar midaya, shneim asar shiftaya, echad asar kochvaya, asara dibraya, tisha yachei leda, shmona yemei mila, shiva yemei shabata, shisha sidrei mishnah, chamisha chumshei Torah, ארבע אמהות, שלושה אבות, שני לוחות הברית, אחד אלוהינו, שבשמיים ובארץ. And then there's another one that's a lot longer and it takes forever. 13 מי יודע, 13 אני יודע, and then you go through the whole thing. 13 מי יודע, you go the whole thing, and then you say, שני לוחות הברית, אחד אלוהינו, 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 שבשמיים ובארץ. Right, so that takes a little longer because you're drawing out that whole part. So I will record those two tunes, just that last paragraph, and if you want to try it, go for it. If not, just whatever. But at least you could try. If you're doing it at your Seder, you could follow along, and I'll send that over. And we actually do it in English also, with like hand motions and the whole thing, and we have a ball with that. Sorry, I usually turn my work email off. I didn't today, so it keeps coming through. Okay, now I want to go to the Omer. Counting the Omer is something we do between Pesach and Shavuot. You're counting 50 days or 7 weeks from the second night of Passover until the Omer. And if you've never done it before, it's actually it's very cool. A lot of people sometimes, if they're trying to develop a habit, will use the Omer as time to do that. Or if they want to do 50 good deeds, or if they want to do something, something that they want to do, they'll incorporate it into this time because you're counting the Omer. And even if you skip a day, you can go to the Omer calendar and see where you are and kind of continue on. So did we review this blessing? Yeah, no, okay. So again, it's Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav. Remember we went over the difference of when you just do the one and when you have asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, you add that in when it's actually a commandment, right? Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu, sorry, this word also. Al sefirat ha'omer, on the counting of the Omer. So if you ever put on a talit, it's the same blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu mitzvotav v'tzivanu al netilat tzitzit, al netilat yadayim. So it's just al sfirat haomer. And then in your Siddur, it will say, on the first day, Hayom Yom Echad LaOmer. Today is the first day of the Omer. When you get to a week, it will say today is the 8th day of the Omer, 1 week and 1 day of the Omer. So it's interesting to see how they count the days and the weeks as well. And this is the rest part of this isn't part of the Omer, but this is part of the Haggadah there. But what I thought was interesting, I found this Omer counter, right? Every year somebody comes out with a different Omer counter. And this is one of them. Let me pull it up. Thought I had it up, but I did not. Where did it go? Here it is. So this is, let me find my share screen now. Here we go. So this is kind of his Omer counter, right? So you've got here, first Seder, Wednesday night, Thursday night, you count 1, count 2, count 3 that night. And here's day 1, day 2, day 3, so that, because you counted at night, but it's during the day, is the day of. I just thought this was interesting. So if you wanted to incorporate this, you could print this out and do it. And as you can see, let's say day 45, right? Hayom, let me make it bigger. And move it over so we can all see it. Hayom Hamisha ve'arba'im Yom. So that's today is 5 and 40 days. Shehem, that they are Shisha Shavuot, 6 weeks. Veshlosha Yamim, and 3 days, La Omer. So you're counting days, you're counting weeks and days. Very, very interesting. So if there's anything that you want to try and modernly incorporate, then it might be a nice thing to do. So, but I'll send those to you. Any questions? Anything else about Passover you want to talk about or learn about or anything?
I have a question about the spices for Passover cooking. Is there a special place to get kosher spices, or are spices just by the fact that they're spices kosher?
That's a loaded question. And if anybody else asked me that, I'd say, ask your local rabbi. I'm not going to answer that question, but I'll tell you how I feel, and you could, but I'm not a rabbi, and you can do what you want with it. Spices are the CRC, the Chicago Rabbinical Council, which is what a lot of people go on, says that spices are fine. Any kind of spice, you buy a new one so that you don't have, anything, any chametz that contaminated it, whatever, you're fine. But now that we have all these fancy spices that have like lots of stuff in them, I would hesitate, like, unless it's like salt, pepper, garlic, parsley, a spice in the jar. If you've got something that's a mixture, like a salmon rub, I don't
Right.
know if that has chametz
No.
in it or not. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't use
did
that,
those.
right? So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. So that's my feeling, but,
Okay.
but for a real answer, ask your rabbi.
Okay, thank you. Everything is either a spice or it's organic. Well, I don't trust the organic. That's, who knows what's in there. So I just go ahead and just get plain spices, no mixes. But that's what I did. I just bought all fresh yesterday.
Yeah.
So, okay, I feel good about what I did. Thank you very
There
much.
you go. Okay. Anything else? Anybody else have any questions or
I have a
anything?
question. I
Yeah.
saw a recipe that called for kosher for Pesach baking soda. Is there such a thing?
There is. You would, go to your, you live in New Rochelle, so you go to the kosher supermarket and you'll find it in the kosher Passover aisle.
I couldn't find it, so I guess I'll
so-
have to ask.
You can
for-
ask, I mean, what were you making?
It called for a roasted cake.
That's the same recipe, Judy, I've got, and I tried to say the same thing, and it calls for actually kosher for Pesach baking powder.
It was baking,
And-
yeah. Was it
Baking
powder? I thought
soda
it was.
is the new kind, I don't know, the new, our temple gave us all this year because some of the rules had changed, even for the not kiyot, the new conservative rabbinical thing. And that's actually saying that baking soda, as long as it's new and it is kosher, which they all are, that's acceptable. But the baking powder, it says, has to be kosher for Passover. And since regular baking powder is cornstarch, I couldn't find it either. I tossed the recipe because I could not find it.
I looked at it, I said, well,
Buy it for a tablespoon, even if I found it.
Okay.
I found it on Amazon.
What's in it? Do you know what's the leavening agent if it's not the cornstarch?
Well, that's it. I think it's potato starch instead of cornstarch. It has the same leavening, whatever that enzyme is, but instead of being like mixed with to make it flow freely, I guess they usually put cornstarch. So the kosher Passover one has potato starch, but they do have it on Amazon if you are inclined.
That makes sense. I have a recipe for my grandfather used to make these kosher for Passover noodles. And it's basically potato starch, eggs, and oil and water. And you mix it together and you like fry them up like crepes, really, 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 really thin. And then you roll them up and cut them really, 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 really thin. And they come out to be like these noodles, but they're really just like eggs.
Oh.
But it's something that, we made every year because once my grandfather would come and make them. That was like his thing that he would make. And once he passed away, my siblings were all like, well, we have to have his noodles. I'm like, here's the recipe. It's a lot of work. Go do it.
Everything about Passover is a lot of work. It's supposed to be.
There was another easy recipe though, as long as you're having a dairy meal, it was spinach, cottage cheese, and eggs, and you make a spinach pie. You just put it in, and that sounded very good.
Right.
So
So I
I'm
have a
trying that new recipe this year.
just from a diet I was on that was like cottage cheese, eggs, and a little bit of cornstarch, so you could put potato starch in there, and then put whatever vegetables or fruit you want in there and make like these pancakes. So that's like, kosher for Passover pancakes. I make them that way.
Really good to make scrambled eggs with cottage cheese too. So good.
Right.
You
Yeah.
just whip it up, let it melt some butter, melt some
Exactly.
cottage cheese, and then add your eggs and whatever vegetables. It's
Right.
so
I tend to make like shakshuka on Passover because it's just, tomato sauce and eggs. It's like,
delicious.
it's
The best.
easy. It's whatever. There's no, you know, and you can dip some matzah in it. It's fine if you.
Do
want
you
the
know
matzah,
if cassava flour or cassava flour is kosher for Passover? Cassava is a root.
No
I've
idea,
never
but it it's not a grain, so I don't know.
Yeah, cassava is where they get tapioca from. And when my daughter and I were in New York, there's a place called Tap, short for tapioca. And the whole restaurant is gluten-free, acai bowls and smoothies, and these crepes made out of cassava flour. That's it. One ingredient, cassava flour and water. And it makes
Wow.
this amazing crepe. And they bought me the kit for Hanukkah, like these individual, you just pour it in a pan and it makes a crepe in 3 minutes. I need to look at
Wow.
it.
Where is this place, Jamie? Because I'm gluten-free, so.
Oh, it's called TAP, TAP. And I think
Okay.
online it's TAP NYC, but look
Okay.
at TAP New York City and it's amazing. You just take a nonstick skillet, no butter, no oil, and you pour this packet in 3 minutes on medium heat, it makes a crepe and you can fill it with whatever you want. You can make
Okay.
it with cheese, you can make it
Right.
with eggs.
The only thing I would think is, I wonder, because tapioca is ketoniate, so I wonder if it's ketoniate. If you hold by the ketoniate, you know, and the legumes and all that stuff.
No.
I don't
You
want it
know,
for
I mean, you
Pesach, but
could,
I'd like it afterwards.
right, you
and
can
it
make, you
says
know, you can
fat.
make yourself crazy with all the little
Yeah.
things. And so everybody's got their own little, you
Then
know,
we all become
bar of what's
Sephardic.
acceptable and what's not acceptable, right?
But
So,
if
you
you're
know,
gluten-free, get it for not, you can look into if it's kosher for Passover or not, but it is amazing. It is.
Okay.
interesting. All
Jamie,
right.
what did you say you did with eggs and cottage cheese?
So my husband's grandmother would melt a little bit of butter and a big scoop of cottage cheese in a pan over medium heat. Once it kind of melts down, she always called it shuckle, scramble your eggs and pour it in and just mix it. And that's your scrambled egg. And it's a great base for anything. It's just very dense and delicious. It's so much better than regular scrambled eggs.
I'll have to try that.
It's so good. It's just the
Better
best.
than heavy cream, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you can use cream cheese or cottage cheese. I prefer
Right.
cottage cheese.
Mhm.
My husband
Right,
likes cream
sure.
cheese, but they're both delicious. And again, I'll make that with shakshuka and dump that in if I want something like really delicious. And spinach, melt spinach, whatever you want. So good. Now I'm hungry.
I know. So, okay, good. Well, everybody have a very happy Pesach. I will see you in 2 weeks on the 14th. And any questions, anything, text me, call me, and we'll figure it out, or email me, okay? I
Have
will
a
send
good
these
time
out
with your
hopefully by the
family.
Thank
end
you
of
so
the day.
much. Hag
All
Sameach.
right.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody. Happy
Everybody have a
holidays.
Yeah.